President Donald Trump at Fort Bragg tonight ahead of the Army's 250th celebration this Saturday in Washington, D.C.
The president's trip to North Carolina comes as he faces criticism over deploying the National Guard and now U.S. Marines in an attempt to quell immigration protest in Los Angeles. CBS 17's Angela Taylor joins us live tonight from Fort Bragg. Angela.
He joined the Army.
Well, Liz and Russ, President Donald Trump made a big announcement saying that he is going to rename some military installations similar to what they did here at Fort Bragg. We'll have more on that coming up with Dina Harley. But first, as you can see, President Trump is still on the stage speaking to the crowd. He's talking to certain people out in the crowd, thanking them for what they do, what they contribute to his administration. One other thing that President Donald Trump mentioned during this speech earlier is that he approved the largest budget for military operations at just over $1 trillion. He says the U.S. military is the greatest force anywhere on earth. He even bragged on the Green Berets and the 82nd Airborne. And before he took the stage, he actually took part in a training exercise with Fort Bragg soldiers. It was really cool. It happened at Holland Drop Zone. The space is too small for a large crowd, so we actually watched it from here. It was being live streamed on the screens. That was very interesting. We got to see about 600 paratroopers fall from the skies. It was pretty cool. All right, let's get back to that breaking news about military installations changing their names. CBS 17's Dina Harley breaks down what's going to happen in the coming months.
Yeah, President Donald Trump, as you mentioned, still speaking. You can see him behind us. But just a few minutes ago, he did make that announcement. We all know, of course, that Fort Bragg for a time period was known and called Fort Liberty, known as Fort Liberty, I should say. And then President Donald Trump today talked to the crowd about taking the name back to Fort Bragg and how exciting that was for the crowd here and for the members that are living here. He also mentioned that we are going to restore names to other military bases all across the country. Of course, there was movement not long ago to rename bases across the country that were affiliated with Confederate generals. President Donald Trump today says that they are going to go back to their original names. It did get a lot of cheering from the crowd, a lot of people supporting that idea from the president. He also, of course, like Angela mentioned, the riots going on in LA and the deployments that he ordered out in Los Angeles. He mentioned Governor Gavin Newsom out in California and the feud that has been going on between the federal government and the state government there. But again, within the last few minutes, that announcement that we will be renaming military bases all across the country. The president still speaking here. He's been talking for about 45 minutes now, a little bit over that. We'll bring you the latest, of course, as he continues to talk.